Why the battle against thoughts is a losing battle. First of all, you're gonna have to pardon the sad music. I really didn't intend to play this music along with this video as if this video is supposed to be real sad or anything. This shit just soothes me that I listen to throughout the day. This little piano music with this light rain in the background. So I just thought I'd put this on full screen and just talk away as this plays in the background. So it's really, like I said, really not intended to accompany my vlog or anything like that. So I want to talk about why the battle against thoughts is a losing battle. First of all, but before I do that, I want to say fuck you, middle finger to whoever flagged my video, my ultimate conclusion about MGTOW. I think certain MGTOW men, some MGTOW men are really childish and really immature, because I know you guys are the ones who did it. I know it wasn't no feminists, because feminists don't, first of all, they don't even come on my videos. I don't even get that many views on my videos. So the few guys who do come on my videos are MGTOW guys, because sometimes I'll put MGTOW in my title, and you little bitches fucking vitriolic, vengeful, acting just like women that you supposedly hate and want to run away from. It's a bitch move, man. You fucking flagged that video because I've titled it MGTOW, and I put my ultimate conclusion was don't walk away from women. My ultimate conclusion was try to find one that's quality. So instead of just putting that down in the comments, one of you little bitches flagged that video and it got me a fucking content strike. So fuck you. I put out a whole bunch of shit that a lot of guys really appreciate, and I got all my videos saved. So if you fucking flag me again, I'm just gonna put up another channel, you know what I'm saying? So you're not doing anything, you're just wasting everybody's time. So fuck you, fuck off. If you don't agree with my conclusion, just give it a thumbs down, and tell me in the comments, instead of acting like a coward and flagging that shit. And there was really nothing to flag anyways. There was no hate speech in there. There was nothing that was messed up. You just didn't like the conclusion. You didn't like what I said because it was not MGTOW, even though I put MGTOW in the title. So fuck you. Anyway, with that said, the battle against thoughts is a losing battle, and here's why. The reason why is this: because men want women. It's in our DNA. We want women. We love women, we want women. No, we don't want loose women. But in 2019, it is what it is. And you guys are just gonna have to fucking get over it. You guys are just gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna get a girl who has miles on her. You're not gonna get a new car girl. It's not gonna happen. Okay? It's just not gonna happen. So what you could do is you could do damage control. You could say, okay, granted, I'm not gonna get a virgin. I'm not gonna get a girl who's, you know, pristine. She's going to be used. It's just, how used is she? There's a difference between a girl who's had 4 boyfriends and slept with 3 of them, okay, as opposed to a girl who's had 25 boyfriends and slept with 50 guys in addition to those 25 boyfriends. There's a difference there. There's a difference in the quality, all right? And there's a difference in the manufacturing, so to speak, okay? A girl who comes from a good quality home still might go out and sleep around. It depends on how much she sleeps around. It depends on in what ways does she sleep around, and it depends on her character and her personality, and the details matter, okay? In 2019, you're not gonna get a 19-year-old girl who wants to marry you, who wants to love you for who you are. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, it's not in their DNA. It's not the way it is. What you can do is you can maybe look for a 25-year-old who's like, okay, I had a couple boyfriends. I went to the bars a few times. I slept with a couple guys. My body count might be total of 5 to 10. And that's not too bad. That's not as bad as 20 to 30. That's not as bad as 40 to 50. That's not as bad as sleeping with the whole football team. There is degrees to this shit. Okay, this is why the thoughts are gonna win. All right. Now, I still think you guys should keep fighting the good fight. I still think MGTOW guys should keep, you know, seeking the truth and try not to be vitriolic and bitter. Try not to be stuck in that red pill rage. Okay, that's great. I appreciate all the content that comes out. There's like 4 or 5 guys that I really follow. I really enjoy consistently listening to their content. I think they make great content. I think some of it's even kind of groundbreaking. I think, you know, particularly with how popular some of these guys are, it's pretty awesome that there are guys out there that are that popular. I mean, we're talking 100,000 subscriber content out there, and these guys are spitting red pills. Okay, that I appreciate that. I really do, because I've been a small channel since forever. The most I've ever had on my other channel before I got flagged and taken down was 6K. I had 6,000 subscribers, and my videos averaged maybe like 500 views on each video. Since I put this new channel up, I haven't gotten shit, but I don't really care, because everything I'm saying, other guys are echoing. Now, I don't know if they're coming on and listening to my content. I really don't know. But they're, or if they're just experiencing the things that I'm experiencing, and then talking about it like I am in their everyday lives. I don't know. I don't really care, because if they are using my content, or they are coming on my channel and getting information, getting ideas, I appreciate that they would take those ideas and speak them on their own channel, which has a lot more subscribers, because I don't really care. I'm not here for the money. My shit isn't monetized. All I'm trying to do is speak my truths. All I'm trying to do is, you know, help guys in the manosphere. That's it. And speak red pill truths that I've learned and that I've experienced and things like that. So I even have a bunch of old videos that from my other channel that I haven't even uploaded yet, that I'm probably going to eventually get around to uploading. But, you know, my ultimate conclusion, like I said before in that other video that got flagged, was that, you know, guys need to take the red pill at a young age. Guys need to, you know, learn what type of women to avoid so they don't get hurt. And I think it should be educational. I think we need, as older men, we need to pass this down to younger guys and speak truths to them so that they get it. Now, unfortunately, a lot of what's going on is people are calling us incels, and people are calling us misogynists, etc. That's the fight. That's the social fight, because they know that we're taking it to a social level, and that's where they've kind of brainwash people. So they're fighting against that social push, that social red pill indoctrination, and they're fighting back by trying to exclude us and trying to kind of pin us off into this category of like losers and incels and, you know, misogynists and all this. So they're calling us that because they're afraid of the truths that we speak. That shows me that we're doing some good. Now, again, ultimately, what's the conclusion? I've never felt like MGTOW or Red Pill men ever had any kind of direction. I never felt that they had any kind of conclusion. At least MRA guys, at least Honey Badger guys, at least they sort of take their truths into everyday life and sort of integrate them with their, you know, I mean, there's pages for that. There's so this stuff is getting out there, and it's gotten out there, and particularly in the last 5 years, through social media and through, you know, word of mouth and through culture, etc. So this stuff is out there. It's just that the problem is, what direction are we going, right? The best direction that we can hope for is that we can educate women, and women can agree with what we're saying on a non-vitriolic, non-anger level, non-confrontational, fighting level, where we can just convey these truths and say, hey, can you change? Hey, this bothers us, so we can get our voices heard. That was my goal from the beginning. Now, MGTOW guys, unfortunately, that's where I stopped identifying with MGTOW, because they didn't want that. They wanted to cut and run. They wanted to totally turn themselves off, which in a sense is not the right solution. I don't think that that's the right solution, because it's kind of a black-pilled solution. It's kind of like, well, they're all fucked up anyway, so we might as well leave. It's like, maybe female nature's hypergamous. Maybe, I agree, female nature's kind of fucked up, but that doesn't mean there's not exceptions. It doesn't mean you can't find a quality girl. It's just harder. And here's the good news. The good news is, when you have all the red pill truths, and you know all this stuff, you can sift out bad ones. And it's like, when you see through the red pill lens, it's like most of them don't even, they don't pass. And so it's like, if we could get those truths out to guys, and if guys would accept them, and if guys would say, hey, I'm not going to date these girls for this and this reason, I'm not going to date these girls unless they come up to my standard, etc., then that way women will start to change because they're like, wait a minute, I can't get a boyfriend. I can't, I'm riding the cock carousel, but now that I'm 30, 35, I can't get a boy. And like younger women will see that and they'll be like, oh, okay, so there's a consequence for that, right? Problem is there's a lot of blue pill guys out there. Problem is there's a lot of guys out there who are simping. The problem is there's a lot of guys out there who have such low status and such low self-esteem that they're willing to take these girls, these messed up thoughts, these messed up toxic, carousel riding sluts in after they're done riding the carousel. That is a big problem. But at the same time, if the right men take the red pill, then all that these women are left with are these beta chumps. Right, so that's not good for our future and for our society on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's like maybe some of them, but the other ones are going to be like, I don't want these guys, I don't want these beta chumps. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to change. I'm going to try to not be hypergamous. I'm going to try to fit what these men want, and then younger women will look up to that, and it could change. That was my goal from the very beginning, is it could change. It's just the problem with MGTOW guys is they're like, oh, no, it can never change. Oh, no, we just got to walk away, and this whole black pill shit. And then they become almost like feminists. They're just hating women, and it's like, dude, I get it. Like, female nature sucks for the most part, but that doesn't mean it can't change. It doesn't mean that there's not some good ones out there. It's just they're hard to find. Yes, they're messed up. Yes, they have all these advantages. Yes, there's all this legislation, all this shit, and I agree with all that. I agree with you fully. The problem is men need women. So this is why the thoughts are going to win, because men need women. Unfortunately, and that's just the way life is. Problem is we need good quality women. So how do we get good quality women? Well, we got to suffer. We got to sift through some bullshit. We got to find one and not use our money to get them, not use our status as influence to get them. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where it gets hard, is when like, okay, I have this nice job, but I can't tell her I got a nice job. I can't show her that I have this money. I can't win her over that way. If you're doing that, you're simping. If you're doing that, you are buying her. And this is, I think a lot of guys are getting this. It's becoming part of a social education, but unfortunately there's still a lot of guys out there who just have this blue pill mentality, and they have this really kind of weak mentality where they're like, okay, I got to buy this girl and etc., and it just doesn't work. So that's all I got to say for today, man. I was really disappointed that got flagged. I know somebody in the MGTOW community flagged that. I'm surprised that they even were able to flag it, because I don't even think anything in there was that bad. I don't think anything in there could be considered hate speech. I think they didn't like what I had to say, and that really bothered me. But anyway, that's all I got to say. So appreciate you listening. Peace.